Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. President Muhammadu Buhari declares intention to seek re-election in the 2019 presidential poll. The president departs Nigeria for the United Kingdom ahead of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in London. INEC Chairman Mahmood Yakubu advocates deployment of new technologies in the conduct of elections in Nigeria. And Russia denies chemical attack on Syrian city of Douma last Friday, describes accusations of President Assad's complicity as provocation. Now, channelstv.com has more information for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb, you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news and updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an Eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and then follow the instructions. Now we have some images to show you. Let's share them with you. And we begin with this one from Magodo in Lagos State, showing what our Eyewitness reporter describes as a blockade on a major road. He says the person who blocked the road claims he owns the land. According to our Eyewitness reporter, residents around the area have it tough, and he calls on the Lagos State government to intervene. Next is this set of images from Lokoja, the Kogi state capital, showing overloaded vehicles, which our Eyewitness reporter says are impounded by men of the Federal Road Safety Corps. He describes the loading of vehicles like this as dangerous. And here's one from Asaba, the Delta state capital, also showing overloaded vehicles. Our Eyewitness reporter commends the effort of the men of the Federal Road Safety Corps who arrested these motorists to restore order. Do keep your pictures coming in, and thanks a lot for the ones that you sent in already. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has been explaining why Nigeria must continue to deploy new technologies in advancing its electoral process. The INEC chairman was speaking ahead of an international conference on the use of technology in elections in Africa, to be attended by heads of electoral bodies from over 30 African countries. Professor Yakubu also listed deficits in ICT infrastructure and the cost of deploying ICT materials as some of the factors hindering the adoption of new technology for elections in Africa.
Heads of electoral management institutions across 36 African countries, development partners and ICT experts all converge on this hall to deliberate on how to use modern technology to advance its electoral process. Although the past few years has seen the adoption of technology to make election process faster, credible and transparent, the system is generally believed to have some challenges, and speakers at this event agree that exchanging ideas on how to tackle the problems that comes with it remains important.
Technology has come to stay, and its benefits are immense. While it is true that all the countries participating in this conference have deployed technology in one form or another to improve on the electoral process, the outcome varies from one country to another. However, this coming together of managers and experts to share experience, we shall be better prepared in making the choice of the appropriate and cost-effective technology.
Experts across the globe are here to explore this opportunity and challenges, addressing a whole range of critical issues in the use of technology during, after the elections.
The chairman of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission of Kenya tells this gathering how the adoption of technology in his country brought about a credible election last year.
The specific objectives of the use of technology in elections in Kenya were mainly, one, to ensure that only authorized voters are allowed to vote, and thus eliminate impersonation of voters.
Elections in Nigeria and indeed Africa have gone through some transformations, especially in the deployment of ICT. It is important to see how resolutions reached at this three-day meeting will impact on elections across the continent in the coming years.
As the federal government prepares to release another looters list, the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, says Nigerians should prepare for a shocking revelation. According to Mr. Mohammed, the next list of looters contains names of individuals no one suspects to have been corrupt. The minister sounded the warning when he paid a condolence visit to Kwara State over the bank robbery in Offa. He said that the federal government will not be intimidated by the decision of members of the People's Democratic Party to take legal action over the list.
Interestingly enough, we've had people saying they are going to court. Well, you see, courts are for the accused and for the accuser. Courts are for the rich and for the poor, for the government and for the people. So anybody say is going to court, I don't think that should really frighten anybody. But what they should realize is that government, no government worth his salt will be challenged and will not come out to prove that, yes, what he's saying is correct. When it comes to evidence, this is for courts to decide. But we want to make it clear that no amount of intimidation from any side will prevent government from releasing the next batch of looters list. And honestly, what you have seen so far is the tip of the iceberg. When the next list comes out, you will see that many people that you did not suspect also partook in this national looting.
Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. Let's cross over to Abuja now, and here's Gloria Umezuke. Hey, Gloria.
Hello, Ijoma. Well, 5 persons have been reported killed and 2 others injured in an attack in Inding village in Barkin-Ladi local government area of Plateau State. The spokesman of the state police confirmed the attack to Channels Television, while one of the survivors said the attackers had invaded a relaxation spot frequented by members of the community. For some time now, Plateau has enjoyed relative peace until recently when the state was hit by a series of deadly attacks, mainly perpetrated by suspected herdsmen. Bassa, Bokos and Barkin-Ladi local government areas have been mostly affected by the attacks.
At about 21:30 hours, one Palm Cholum Jack, the youth leader of Dinglo, called the Barkin-Ladi Police Division and informed the police that there was an attack on Ding village. And immediately the divisional police officer mobilized to the scene of crime. And on arrival, we discovered that some people were attacked at a drinking joint by unknown gunmen, suspected to be herdsmen. When we got to the place, we discovered that 5 people were shot and killed on the spot, while 3 were injured and were referred to Plateau State Specialist Hospital for treatment. The police also assisted in moving the injured ones to the hospital.
The Benue State Police Command has arraigned 28 persons allegedly involved in the killing of 10 herdsmen on Saturday at Yelwata village in Guma local government area council. Well, counsel to the complainants, Mr. Tijani Ahmed, who spoke to Channels Television in Makurdi, the state capital, asked the police to conclude its investigation and allow timely determination of the case. The Commissioner of Police, Mr. Fetai Owusheni, says the arraignment is to serve as deterrent to any group of persons or bandits contemplating any acts of criminality in Benue State.
The 28 persons that were arraigned in court this morning were indirectly and directly connected with the incident, and we are using this to pass a message to criminal elements, to bandits, whichever way. I've always emphasized that there is no coloration when it comes to crime and criminals. That whoever, no matter whichever side of the divide, that has capitalize on the situation in the state to get involved in any criminality, the law will take its course on them.
Over 700 alleged criminals have surrendered their weapons to the Kaduna State Police Command as part of the special disarmament program ordered by the Inspector General of Police. The men who confessed to crimes such as cattle rustling and banditry vowed to turn a new leaf in a renunciation ceremony organized by the police with community leaders and religious leaders in attendance. The Commissioner of Police of Kaduna State, Mr. Austin Iwa, stated the resolve of the police to continue to mop up illegal arms and secure the lives and property of residents.
Hundreds of men, young and old, who lived on the wrong side of the law. According to the Kaduna State Police Command, they are now reformed criminals who are sorry for their crimes and have taken advantage of the special disarmament program to turn in their weapons and turn their backs on their past.
I'm a cattle rustler. I only stole 2 cows, but we make sure the owners are asleep before we operate. Although I have stopped for a very long time, I want to cleanse myself in front of everybody for them to know that I'm now a changed person.
These weapons are sinister as there are many, from locally made rifles to guns to evil-looking sticks and clubs. They were surrendered to the Kaduna State Police Command.
It's a very difficult decision for anybody to make, to come out in public and announce himself or herself that yes, he has been engaged in crimes and now he wants to stop. We wanted them to be very comfortable and to trust the process and to make them feel that we are not there to arrest them.
To set a stamp on their change of heart, they are made to renounce their former ways by religious leaders. Whatever crimes these men committed with the arsenal surrendered may remain unpunished, as it appears they have been pardoned. It now remains to be seen that the repentance is genuine and permanent.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, has set up a committee to investigate claims of the Army's complicity in the clashes between herdsmen and farmers in Taraba State. Well, speaking at the inauguration, General Buratai said that the committee is necessary because the reputation of the Army is at stake. Former Chief of Defense Staff, General Theophilus Danjuma, had claimed that the Army was complicit in suspected herdsmen attacks on farmers.
Most recently, on the 24th of March 2018, a former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General T.Y. Danjuma, retired, speaking during the convocation ceremony of the Taraba State University, alleged that the armed forces of Nigeria collude with the armed bandits and other criminal elements in the society. Statements of this nature could damage the reputation of the armed forces of Nigeria, and thus cannot be ignored if the Nigerian Army is to continue to earn the trust and respect of the Nigerian populace. Thus, it became imperative for the Nigerian Army to set up this panel to confirm the veracity or otherwise of these allegations. The need for the Nigerian Army to get it very clear and to get its name out of this unnecessary allegation. But we're also ready to take any responsibility or blame if we are really found to collude as alleged.
When the News at 10 returns, students of Michael Ajasin University in Ondo State protest hikes in tuition fees by the institution's governing body. That's after the break. Please join us again.